Ladies and gentlemen, the college football regular season, the championship games, it's all over. Here and now. Selection Sunday is tomorrow. In the comments, I got to know who you got, man. Who you rolling with, dog? I need to know because I'm going to tell you guys right now, man, number one, Georgia did not handle business, so it's a free-for-all right now. Best team in the country, Michigan took care of business. They beat Iowa. All right, and then, of course, number 3 was Washington. Washington took care of business against Oregon in a good shootout. And Florida State took care of business against Louisville. Let's dive in, shall we? All right, first things first, I want to say, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're not, just do it like immediately right now. Next up is, I am a fan of good college football. And when I say that, I say it with all due respect. I honestly believe that it should be this way right here. Number 1 is Michigan. Number 2 should be Washington. Number 3, all right, y'all, look at me. Look at me when I say this. Don't laugh. But respectfully, because they've played hard all season, offensively, they've been good. Past few weeks, they've been a little weary. But every game they've won, and that's Florida State at number 3. A lot of feedback on that. It's okay. That's fine. My opinion at number 4 should be Alabama over Texas. But because Texas won, I understand if Texas gets that 4th spot. Because Texas took care of business today in a respectful fashion. Style points. They beat Oklahoma State plus 20. They took care of business. However, Alabama did beat the back-to-back national champs. They beat them back-to-back national champs. Pretty much at a home game in SEC world, which is pretty much down here in Atlanta. In Atlanta, man, Athens right there. Atlanta's about an hour away. Alabama's about, an hour and a half. It's a home game for them, pretty much, and they still beat them. You got to give credit where credit is due. Jalen Milroe came out and balled today. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was him and no one else for Alabama on the offensive side of the ball. But Alabama's defense, Dallas Turner, yes, I understand. He is probably going in the top 15, if not top 10 or top 5. That boy going in the league. He going to play somewhere, y'all. I tell you this much. And that other dude on the other side, Braswell, oh, yeah, he going to be a problem too. But don't get it twisted. UGA put up a hell of a fight. Really worth watching. But I'm going to get back to this real quick. Texas played a mediocre Oklahoma State team. However, they beat the Alabama team. So that's where they hold the high card. But if I had to choose in my order, it would strictly go Michigan, Washington, Florida State, and Alabama. That's just me. What I think politically is correct. What should be done. Now, I think Michigan goes number 1, Washington number 2. Those two stay the same. But I think you throw in Alabama and Texas, and you set Florida State out. Only reason why is because Florida State's on their 3rd string quarterback. Their defense today was phenomenal. But we want to sell tickets. We want to be excited. We want to see a competition. Do you realistically think that Florida State could hang with a Texas, could hang with an Alabama, could play with the Michigan, could play with the Washington? Do you really think that they could do that? In the state that they're in right now, they only put up 13 points against a Louisville team. Now, don't get it twisted. It's a good Louisville team until they play the SEC school at the end of the year, Kentucky. The committee's got some real work to do. They've got some real problems that they need to solve by tomorrow afternoon, pretty much. Because this is where I'm so happy for next season, but we're going to finally get 12 games. And this is a great way to end the 14 play-in playoffs. This is a great way to end it because really now college football is really becoming more exciting, more fun. And it's like that finally that question we used to ask. I don't know if you guys are old enough, the audience that I talk to, my audience, for me, I'm 31. So I was old enough to remember when USC played in Oklahoma and they blew them out when they should have played at Auburn. I don't know if you guys remember, that was 2005. So that just lets you know, I'm sorry, that was 2004. 2005 is when Texas beat USC. Yeah. But anyways, that's what I'm saying, guys. In this state, in this case, in this mind, I understand Georgia and Ohio State have a really good case to fight for it. But I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. This team, these teams, this Michigan team, they're doing this without their head coach. They've done this without their head coach. Washington, they've been doing this by just a ferocious offense. But don't get it twisted. Braylon Trice on that defensive line, he's something not to mess with, boy, I tell you that much. And, of course, on top of that, I know number 3, Florida State. That's what a lot of people don't like that. And I'm gonna express my feelings why Florida State is in there. They beat everybody. They won every game. I believe that until you lose, you never lose. I'm sorry, I said that quote all the way wrong. Hold on. I believe that if you never lose, you never lost. So what I mean by that is Florida State took care of business with their backup quarterback in 2 games. Their defense has rallied around. This team is playing with more fire. And maybe they might become a defensive squad because of that. Who knows? This is a lot of back and forth, a lot of what if, this, that, blah, 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 all of this. This is truthfully the fun part of the season because now we really have a committee, a set of 4 teams in the country, but we do not know if whoever comes out and wins this national championship this year, we can actually put an asterisk mark by it and say, clearly this was not the best team because they did not play the best talent. That is the true statement, and you can say that because Texas and Alabama, quiet as it's kept, Georgia shouldn't fall that far out either. But, hey, Florida State didn't lose. Washington didn't lose. Michigan didn't lose. They walk with their suitcase because they handling their business. And if you don't handle your business, now we got to speculate. We got to question how we're going to factor this in. Alabama didn't handle their business against Texas when they played them at Tuscaloosa. So now, that old what can and will be used against you is now hurting Alabama's petition. Alabama can't get in because they couldn't beat Texas. Right? But at the same time, if it wasn't for no Alabama, there would be no other way for Texas to get in. I don't know. This is a tricky one. Y'all let me know in the comments. Give me your order of how you would want it. My order, once again, is going to be Michigan, Washington, and Michigan, Washington, Florida State, and I would love to see Alabama in there. Just because I am from Texas, I'm a huge A&M fan. But I hate the University of Texas. I don't want to see them win. I don't want to see them have a chance at that shit. No, dude, no chance. But like I said, my 4 would be Michigan, Washington, Florida State, and of course Alabama. That's my 4. You guys let me know what your 4 is in the comments. Hey, it has been a pleasure rocking with y'all for the second part of the season. Next year I will be coming out all week. I know I'm kind of new to the YouTube world, and I'm really loving this space. Also, guys, let me know in the comments if you want me to do any documentaries about your school, anything like that. I'm down for the cause, bowl game coverage, whatever it is, just let me know. Take care. Peace. We out.